Ladies and gentlemen, this is Angel of Crepusculence, here today with something of a project I have decided to take on. Today I'm going to be talking about children's trading cards. When I say trading card games, there are probably three names that come to mind: Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Today, however, I am going to be speaking of a card game you may well have never even heard of. In order to begin this tale, I'm going to ask you to go back. Yu-Gi-Oh! Came out in 1999. We're going to need to go farther back than that. Pokemon came out in 1996. I'm going to have to ask you to go farther back than that. We're going to go almost all the way back to the beginning with Magic the Gathering in 1993. Enter Rob Anderson. Rob Anderson is a man who works with a gaming company called Cactus Game Design Incorporated in North Carolina. When the trading card game came out with Magic the Gathering, he became quite intrigued with the concept of a trading card game. He was fairly excited about Magic the Gathering. However, it was his opinion that Magic the Gathering was too occult to be safe. For him personally, Magic the Gathering was very interesting. It introduced a very new and exciting way to play games. But he felt that the subject matter was perhaps too occult. That was his opinion. And so he was a little disappointed that such a quality game had to deal with such dark themes. So he decided that that needed fixing. He determined that it would be great if there were trading card games that did not have their genesis in matter that was possibly dangerous, possibly even, but no such card game existed that didn't involve these themes at the time. Ladies and gentlemen, when something does not exist, you make it. And so Rob Anderson did just that. After a year of testing, beginning his endeavor in 1994, Rob Anderson created an entirely new trading card game, fully fleshed out, that involved different subject matter that would in no way involve what he considered to be occultish themes. Now, what does that involve? What does that imply? What subject matter would not involve these occult themes? Well, Rob Anderson turned to what he considered to be the most innocent, the purest, and most wholesome source he could conceive. Rob Anderson turned to the Bible. Hold your horses, ladies and gentlemen. Don't change the video just yet. I know it sounds hokey. In fact, it sounds really hokey. In fact, it sounds so hokey you could hardly stomach it. A card game. A trading card game based on the Bible. Ladies and gentlemen, believe it. Not only does it exist, But recall, it was made in 1995. Fast forward to the present. The year 2011 is coming to a close, and the Redemption card game comes out with a new set every year. So they're doing something right. So the big question is, what happens now? Behold the trading card game Redemption. A card game whose cards' subject matter involves biblical concepts, persons, actual persons, conceptual persons, persons from the Old Testament, persons from the New Testament, concepts from every single book in the Bible. A legitimate, action-packed, entertaining card game, quite unlike the other card games out there, for multiple reasons. One of the reasons being, as I would argue, that it is more complex. Now, you, as the viewer, are probably one of the following persons. First, you're not into the Bible and you're not into trading card games. Well, quite frankly, then this is probably not for you. If you're not interested in the Bible or trading card games, then you're watching the wrong video. Let's say you're into trading card games, but you are not into the Bible. Christianity, the Bible, not your thing. I would argue that you could still enjoy Redemption. Why? Because you can play the Pokemon trading card game and not like the game and hate the anime. You can play the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game and hate the anime. You can play Magic the Gathering and not read any of their literature. You can do all these things. You can still enjoy those card games and not be a big fan of their subject matter. So I would argue that you could enjoy the Redemption card game and not be a real Bible person. You might be a Bible person and not be into trading card games. Then quite frankly, this probably isn't the place to start. Redemption the card game is complex. It is complicated and multifaceted. It's probably a rough introduction to the world of trading card games. I'm going to be completely honest. But at the same time, you can make that effort, and if you think it sounds interesting, I assure you it is. And it'll, it'll cushion you for all the sort of subject matter that you're going to run into if you already, know your Bible and stuff like that. And quite frankly, it will expand your knowledge of it because you will be dealing with persons and events that you may well never knew existed. And then, you like trading card games and you like the Bible. Well, quite frankly, sir, you are going to be a pro. And this is going to be a godsend for you. At present, there are either no questions running through your head, except, why am I watching this video anymore? Or there are a lot of questions running through your head, such as, how can this game still be running strong after almost 20 years? Well, if you are curious enough, then let us continue into the world of Redemption, the trading card game.